Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm getting ready to go to work. That's usually how this goes when my hair is pulled back. And yeah, I figured I'm gonna stick to my New Year's resolution and keep filming videos, try and put one out at least once a week. That's my goal for right now. And if I am able to put out more than one a week, I will. But today I just wanted to get ready. I was actually gonna focus on just my eyes, and I was gonna do that using the Stone Cold Fox palette from ColourPop. These colors are beautiful. It's a very cool toned eyeshadow palette, but I just wanted to have fun with eyes. And then when I got done doing my eyeshadow and I was like, wow, that was really quick. This is gonna be a really short video. So I decided to film the rest of everything that's on my face, but why not? So if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you guys like these types of videos. I'll continue to do this content. And I'm hoping to expand content, more lifestyle, maybe, you know, my morning workout before I go into work, what I eat in a day, who knows? I said it in my first video of 2021 that I wanted to kind of expand my channel, so we'll see where that goes. I know that I'm getting ready to transfer soon in a couple months, so maybe we'll go on that journey together, road tripping from here to my next duty station. I want to buy a house, so maybe we'll do a buying my first house vlog, who knows? But if anything, subscribe down below so you can catch that content. And if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. All right, so I already primed my eyes with the Louise base. This is my go-to eyeshadow primer. This is in Rumour 02. And then today I'm gonna use the Stone Cold Fox eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. This is just more of those cool toned shades. I like it because you've got some of the mauvey pinks, you've got some tans, you get down here, you've got dark browns, black shade, you've got the white shades that you need for the inner corner or for highlighting. So I'm gonna use this because really like this is what I use for going to work and everything. I can do a pretty simple eye or I can do an over dramatic. All right, the first shade I'm gonna go into is this shade right here, Enigma. It's just kind of a light tan color. And I'm just gonna pop this in the crease. All right. The next shade I'm gonna go into is this shade right here, Ghost Town. Just a darker tan, darker brown-ish tan color. Actually, no, we're not. All right, the next shade I'm gonna go into is this shade Stone Age. It's kind of a mauvey pink. And I'm gonna dust that into the outer corner and the crease. Just bring it a little bit lower than Enigma. You know, with work, I try and keep it a little more neutral or on the natural-ish side. But I think for me, like my favorite thing is my eyes. Next, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, Gravity Hill. It's a little bit darker of a mauvey pinkish purple, and pop that into the corner. Just deepen it up a little bit, give it some depth. The biggest thing with like the mauvey pinks, because they can be on the purplish side, I try and stay away from them too much if they're too purple, just because I am wearing this into work. So that deepened up a little bit. There is some fallout in this, but that's not a big deal. They still work really well. And then the next shade that I'm gonna go into, I like the shade Obsidian, but I'm afraid it might be too purple. All right, so we're gonna go into the shade Drama Mama. It's more on the brownish black side. and not too much. I'm just gonna dab in a little bit. Grab my handy dandy mirror. And just put that in the outer corner just to give it some depth. And there you go. Pretty simple and easy. Now, the next shade I want to go into, this shade right here, Mystery. In the pan, it looks like a pinkish shade. A pinkish silver. That should be really pretty on the eyelid right here. And as usual, when it comes to these types of colors, I like to use my ring finger and just dab it in. I'll go back. I just like to fluff it off a little bit off of that matte shade, just so you see a little bit of the other colors that I had put in there, and it just kind of flutters it out instead of like smashing it on there. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and my face makeup, and then I will be right back. All right, so the plan was just to do my eyes and that be it, but that was really quick when I did the eyeshadow, so I figured today we'll just do everything that I'm doing on my face. So I tried out a new primer. This is the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer from Ciate. It's interesting, I'll tell you that. It's got like these little black beads in it. I don't know if you can see it, but it really felt great on the skin. The downside is it's just a hydrating primer, so right through here with my pores, I needed to fill them in. So I used my favorite Tarte. This is the Timeless Smoothing Primer. I love this base because it just fills in my primer, or it just fills in my pores really quickly and smooths out the skin. So I use those two to prime my skin for foundation. Now for foundation, when I'm going to work, I don't want to use like my super expensive foundation, like NARS or Shiseido. I'm literally sitting there for 12 hours, but I still want to feel comfortable in my skin, and I will go ahead and use one of the foundations that I have from the drugstore. So today we're using the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. This is in the shade Rose Beige. I love this because it just smooths the skin. It's super affordable, and it makes my skin look flawless. All right. Usually that's all I need just for this part of the face. I don't put it on my forehead because it starts to drip down. But for me, my primary concerns are my pores and like this crazy, insane redness. And I love it because this will cancel it out. It'll smooth my skin. It's beautiful. And it doesn't feel heavy, so it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing makeup. And it's buildable. So if I feel like this coverage isn't good enough, I can go back in, add a little bit more, and it just looks really beautiful. I don't know that I necessarily need to put more right there, just because I am going to use concealer and it will cover that area, but this is lighter than concealer, so why not? Okay, so for contour, I usually use the powder, but I'm gonna use the Fenty Matchstick. This is in the shade Amber. I really love these. I don't use them that often, but they are one of my favorites. And I also have the brush that goes along with it. And I'll do this before I go and do my concealer and powder. And I like it because it's more on the cool side. When you get some of the contour shades, they can be a little more on the warm side. And for me, that doesn't make sense because of my skin. I like cool toned contour shades. Because it's a shadow. Shadows are cool toned, at least on me. And then my favorite thing about these, makes it easy to travel with. All right, for concealer. You know what I haven't used in a while? Fenty. So this is the Fenty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer. This is in the shade 170. And then let me find my Fenty powder in butter. I like to already have this like open and prepped so that as soon as I put the concealer on there, it doesn't have time to sit and crease. Smack it on there. Beauty blender just to sponge it out. And I like to use the brush just underneath my eyes because I have horrible under eye creases, and it won't let it won't let the concealer just like settle in the lines, and it fluffs over. I don't bake under my eye, and I mean, with oily skin you could technically, but it just looks cakey under my eye, so I try not to. All right, for bronzer, I'm gonna use the Coconut Beach from ColourPop. This shade is really beautiful. It's one of my favorites, obviously. You don't need to use bronzer. I do because I have a big ass forehead. And anything to make it look smaller. And give it some dimension because no one needs a big flat solar panel up there. So give it some depth, give it some color. Maybe it'll distract, I don't know. I've just always been called like 5 head or 6 head because technically my hand is 5 and friends are awesome. Them and their jokes. And then bring it down the neck so you don't look so pale, because that's what the winter does to you. For blush, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Diffused Heat. This, if you go in with a heavy hand, which I have done, is way too much. So I will start out with a couple dabs and then just build. Because, I mean, it's a warm blush. But if you go in and just like pack it on there, yeah, you're gonna look crazy. A lot of times I go for more like peachy shades. I had a color, and I think I've talked about it in another video. It was a Lancome, I can't remember the shade, but it was like a very, very light pink. Because at one point, I didn't really wear blush. I didn't wear all the makeup that I do. Maybe I should do that. I know it was a trend 2 years ago, doing your makeup how you did it in high school, but for me that would be like eyeliner and lip gloss. I could do my makeup how I wore it when I first came in the Navy. That was minimal. But light and subtle-ish. I don't know why you're... And then big fluffy brush, just sweep away whatever powder is left over. And I just realized I forgot to finish off the under eye. So we'll go back and do that because I also need to do highlighter, so might as well. For the other eye, I'm gonna go into this shade Enigma, just buff it underneath. I like to pack it on a little bit and then blend it out. Not anything too crazy when it comes to work. Just because it's work and I have regulations that I have to, or rules, as far as like appearance wise. I'm gonna go back into the shade Drama Mama. I'm going to like make sure that it's cohesive between this outer corner and the under eye. Not too much. I literally just dabbed a little bit in there. Not too crazy. All right. For highlighter, I don't really have anything that's like new. All right, so I'm gonna go into this shade Double Gleam from MAC Cosmetics. This is a staple color that they've had for years. This is just the, I think this was the one that they released last year for Chinese New Year. I'm not sure, but Chinese New Year wasn't the dragon. I don't remember what collection this was for, but Double Gleam is a color that they've always had. I know because I bought this and then 2 months later I ordered Double Gleam in the traditional packaging. I ordered it and I was like, this looks the same. And sure enough, in my drawer, I had it, but I kept this one. I like that design, it's beautiful. And then the other one, I think I posted it on my Depop. Actually, I have a Depop, so whenever I have like extra makeup or stuff that I get sent that I don't use, like I've gotten stuff in my BoxyCharm for oily skin, or for like normal to dry skin, but I'm oily, so I've looked to see like if it's good for my skin, and no, so I won't even use it. I've been posting stuff on my Depop to just kind of get rid of it. I don't want it to go to waste, and a lot of my friends, they don't wear as much makeup as me. I usually will offer it to my friends first, and then if they don't want it, because I've stocked a couple of them up with stuff that they can use, then I post it on my Depop. I'll put that link down below for my Depop. Maybe you'll find something on there that you like. So I like to put highlighter on my upper brow bone. Just to kind of catch the light. And then on the cheeks and the temple. I need to diffuse that out. That's too much work. The nose. And the bridge. All right, so that is the face and everything else. Just need to do my eyebrows. I do those off camera because it just takes too long. For that, I'm gonna use my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 3.5. And then also Precisely my brow pencil, and this is in the shade 3. They should be the same shade. I don't know how I ended up with 2 different ones, but they work, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows. I also did the eyeliner for the lower lash line. I used my favorite Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in the shade 0. And then for liquid eyeliner, I used the ColourPop. This is in Número 1. I think I talked about this in my 2020 favorites. It lasts so long, and it looks beautiful. So that was eyeliner, eyebrows. Now for mascara. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try the Too Faced Damn Girl. I was just sent this in, I think it was like a Sephora sample or something, but I love their Better Than Sex mascara. And this is, I think, one of their newest mascaras that they put out. But I try and use my samples. I forget about them, and then I buy mascara. And I'm like, that was pointless. I don't even know why I did that. All right, so. That is a freaking crazy big mascara wand. Why? All right, well, we'll see. It's not too bad. That's just one coat. Not too bad. Anyone else have crazy mascara face, like when they're trying to apply it? My mouth is open for no freaking reason. Yep, and I got it underneath my eye. We're gonna let that dry, and then we'll sweep it away in a minute. That's why you don't talk and apply mascara at the same time. Go in for coat number 2. See, I'm not a fan of this wand. I've now gotten it right there and under here. This wand is just like too big for no freaking reason. Like, I've used mascaras with smaller wands and had better results. Don't get me wrong, the mascara is beautiful, but it's getting everywhere on my face. If you're in a hurry, this is not the mascara to use because you're gonna have to go clean it up. But it's pretty. Like, my eyelashes look freaking fluffy. Wow. All right, so good thing I have a clean brush. We're gonna that took care of that one. And that one. Now for lips. So I'm gonna use a liquid lipstick. This is in Dose. For lips, I'm gonna use the liquid lipstick by Dose of Colors. This is Lazy Daisy. My favorite, and I don't know if they still sell it, I'd have to look, but this is A Mauve Story. Desi Perkins and Katie. This was their collab with Dose color. Love that color, but I don't know if it's available, so I'm not gonna use it. But it's my go-to. I keep it in my purse. I have a spare in my drawer for when I run out. And like right now it's like at the bottom, but that's where we're at. So Lazy Daisy with a liquid lipstick. I don't use lip liner. I was in the beginning and I'm like, why? It has the staying power. There's no point in having a lip liner. Not at all. Absolutely not. And this shade is actually very similar to a Mauve Story. I just haven't swatched them next to each other, but it's giving me that color story. Don't mind my awkward shaped mouth. I've tried so many different ways to just like line them in whatever. It just, to me, on camera, they look weirdly shaped. In person, I don't think I have that issue, but do cameras lie? I think they do. Who knows? But I'm definitely not overdrawing my lips to go to work. And now setting spray, because why do all this work if it's not gonna stay? So we're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. We're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is one of my favorites. It has a very light scent. The mist is beautiful. And then I just had it in. All right, you guys, that's it for this look. This is pretty much what I'm gonna be wearing to work. I have a 12-hour shift tonight, and you know what? I just feel better when I have a full face of makeup on. Preference is up to you, and this is mine. So that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video so that I know to keep doing them. And if you have any suggestions on videos you'd like to see, just put those down in the comments. And until next time, you guys, bye. And I'll see you in my next video.